welcome back to A&Ts Veggies Delight channel. I am Tessie Alonso Villanueva, your urban hydroponics farmer. I am delighted that you are back to watch vlog number 4, which is about transferring seedlings through the semi-nutrient film technique, or what we call NFT method. If you are new to this channel, please press the subscribe button and also the bell to be notified of our succeeding vlogs. For a start, I would like to ask you some questions in relation to how you have applied what you learned on the Kratky method. So my first question is this: have you tried the method? How many styro boxes did you make use of? Did you use 1, 2, 3, or more? How are your seedlings growing? Are they surviving? How are your seedlings adjusting to the heat of the sun, the temperature, as well as the weather? Are they okay? I hope your seedlings are growing well. Although expect that there would be times you would see some that are withering or dying. But then do not get discouraged. I also experience the same thing, although they make me sad when I see some of my plants withering or dying, because I believe in my motto to just keep on going. So that is the only way I can perfect my craft. So let's go and continue planting the hydroponics way. The semi-NFT system, unlike the Kratky method, which employs a passive approach, the NFT applies recirculating system. That means to say that water would flow to the channels and touches the bare roots of the seedlings, and together with that water would be the nutrients. That's why it's called nutrient film technique, because the nutrient will just pass through the gully of water, which are actually contained in the channels, and they go from one plant to another, and then it goes back again, and that's the way it is. You will see that in the video later on. Okay, now we will go to the second system. This is more interesting, but then it will require a little expense. But in the end, I will show you a comparison between the two systems. You might be convinced that NFT might turn out to be a better system. Okay, what does NFT system mean? NFT stands for nutrient film technique. Okay, so in this technique, there is a shallow stream of water containing the dissolved nutrients, and this passes through all the plants, and then they are recirculated. Bumabalik siyang ganyan. And then it goes up again, it goes through the alleys, through the channels, and then it goes back again to the reservoir. You will see that in the video, in the last video. So now, for you to see how beautiful this NFT system is, we will now go to the video. In step 2, I demonstrated to you how to transplant. Okay, so since today, while we are filming this, it has been 1 week after transplanting the individual seedlings. We have 2 choices where to put them. One of that is what we call the NFT system. NFT stands for nutrient film technique. Why is it called like that? Well, because if you will see, these are what we call a gully of water that contains the micronutrients, or the solution itself, that flows into each of the channels. So how does that happen? So it's like this. I will show you this. We have here 2 styro boxes. Ito po yung parang lagayan ng mga soft drinks, no, where you put ice on it. So this is supposed to be cold. It can stand the heat of the sun. So what we placed here is about 40 liters of water with full solution, or 2 ml times 40 liters of nutrient A and nutrient E. Okay. From the water that goes here, the pump over there will now pump the water upwards. It goes upwards. Okay. This is the PVC pipe, and the water from the pump goes up. And from there, you can see there are how many inlets? All in all. Okay. Now what happens? The inlets will bring now the water to each of the tube, to each of the channel. Okay, walang lumalabas ngayon kasi hindi naka-on pa yung pump. But later on, once the pump is on, you will see the water coming out here, and it goes to this channel. You know what is wise among Filipinos? These channels are actually what we call downspouts. It's made of plastic, and it is painted white. Why white? So that the rays of the sun will bounce back, and it will not be, the water inside will not become very hot. Okay, so if you look here inside, you can see there that there is water which contains actually the nutrients. Okay, so the water will flow that way up to the end of this 9-meter long channels. In every level, there are 3 channels that are 9 meters long each for each channel. And at the end, you will again see another set of PVC pipes. These PVC pipes will bring down the water down to the drain pipes. Okay. So as it goes down to the drain pipe, all the water now will go back to the reservoir. You will see that here, you can peep here, over there is a mechanical timer. That one, we already preset it. So for example, if we start the pumping at 6 o'clock a.m., since in the morning, hindi pa mainit, so we have 15 minutes on and 15 minutes off. By towards noon, around 11 o'clock to up to 4 o'clock p.m., we now set it again at, we set the timer at 30 minutes on and 15 minutes off. By 4 o'clock p.m., the pump is again set at 15 minutes on and 15 minutes off. So now, if you can hear, the water pump is on right now. So you will see there, you can see the pump, and you can hear the sound of the pump, and then it goes up. The water with nutrients goes up and is distributed down to the different channels, and then the drain pipe will bring down the water again to the reservoir. So it is recirculating. What is good about the NFT system is that there is more air, there is more exposure to the sun. At the same time, you just look at this one. This is the wall of our neighbor and also our wall. This is 9 meters long, and in the past, there is nothing here. Okay, so when I thought of setting up this garden, making use of this vertical method, Then I was able to utilize this space, this vacant space, and it is 9 meters long. And now it can accommodate 576 plants. Wow! That's all that you can contain here. In other words, the NFT is what you call the vertical garden type, no? So especially here in the city, there's not much space for gardening. And therefore the NFT provides you with this opportunity for you to grow your plants. Only in this 9 meters of space, we are able to produce a total of 576 plants. Okay. If you will notice, there are very few plants here left. It's because we just had our harvest. Our first harvest was last September 15. And then our second harvest was last October 1. So this is what we have left from the seedlings that we had planted earlier, and now they are the ones that replaced all the lettuces that we sold. Okay, now look at this one. This is our second NFT system. We also were able to harvest twice from the contents of this. This is shorter. This is only about 7 meters long. You will see we have a curtain here so that when the sun is very hot, what we do is to put the curtain, or when it is already night time, we often close this area so that way we're able to control the insects that might come and infect the plants, and at the same time you're able to keep it from the rain. Okay. So if you will look now, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 levels again. That's why sometimes I call this my condominium, low level condominium, and then I have 4 levels. Okay, and then for every level I have 3 channels, and therefore all in all, in this 7 meters long NFT system, NFT2, that's how I call it, I am able to produce 432 plants. Wow! So this is what also I noticed when you plant here in an NFT system. The aeration is very good, and I noticed that the plants that grow here is faster than the plants that grow in my Kratky method. Okay, if you will see, these are celeries. Okay, and then I also have romaine, and I have over here my pechay. Why do I have pechay? They say when you plant in an hydroponic system, you should plant high valued plants. That's the lettuces. But then for home consumption, you need pechay, right? And then when you also need these ones when you cook. That's why I keep some. I plant some so I can use it for our daily needs, and at the same time I can also use, and I can also sell the excess to my neighbors. And even though you will look at my little pechay over there, when they grow, the size is not comparable to what you buy from the market. You saw that example when I was doing when I did the, what do you call this, the video on transplanting. Diba ang lalaki ng pechay ko? Okay, how does this operate? Again, okay, on this second NFT, again, I have 2 reservoirs. That's where you put the water together with the nutrients, and the pump is over there, and then the water goes up. There are the different inlets, and each inlet, or what we call micro tube, goes to each of the channels. Now that the pump is on, I will show you. There is water coming out there. It goes here, and this is the one that brings the water down the line up to the end of this 7 meters structure. You get it? And then what we did here is an improvement from the first NFT one, in the sense that as far as the pipes are concerned, for the drain, look at what we did. We got 3, and all of them were connected together so that they will just pass through one very long drain pipe. You see the difference? Okay. And then that goes up to the end, which is actually the reservoir. So what brings the extra air to the plant would be when the water from the drain drops to this reservoir. You will notice that there are bubbles. Okay, together with that, with the nutrients, these are now all pumped upwards. That's why you have better aeration when you use the NFT system. Okay, so you will notice there are no more plants on the 4th level and the 3rd level, because we were able to sell all of them last September 15 and October 1. So you have 2 choices. You can either put your plants here. This is what we call transfer style number 1, and then the other one is through the Kratky method. Okay. What I'm going to show you next is the difference between the Kratky and the NFT system, so that you will know actually which is more beneficial. Okay? Okay, so here it is. This is very helpful because you see, I made a comparison between the 2 methods. I have here what is the difference in methods, simple against complex. Growing space, it is horizontal, the other one is vertical. How about the cost of structure? This one is less expensive. This is more expensive. How about electricity pump and water or recirculating system? This one is not needed. It is needed here. How about the number of plants? Less plants here, more plants there. How about in terms of plant growth? Normal here, faster here. How about maintenance cost? Less here, more here, but really not that more, not so much. It's so little in terms of difference. Now let's look at comparison as to the number of plants per square meter. And it is here where you can see that the winner is what? NFT 1 and NFT 2. Just imagine, in NFT 1, I only have a total of 7.84 square meters, okay? And I can produce 576 plants, meaning to say that for every square meter, I am actually producing 73 plants. Let's go to my NFT 2. With the square meters or the square area of 2.64, how many plants can I produce? 432, and that means I am producing 69 plants per square meter. Now let us go to the NFT. The NFT uses a bigger space, that is 8.84 square meters, but I can only produce 240 plants. That means to say my produce is only 27 plants per square meter. So these are the things that you have to consider whether you will now go
NFT, or you'll just stick on to Kratky. But as I said earlier, my advice is let's go Kratky first. When you perfected the whole planting cycle, then and you are serious about it, that's the time you can go for the NFT system.
After seeing the comparison between Kratky as well as NFT methods, now we also showed you the number of plants that you can actually produce per square meter of space. So, which of the system produces more plants per square meter of space? What is your answer? Is it Kratky or is it NFT? My next question is this: cost-wise, which method will bring a better ROI, or what we call return on investment? So which system do you think it would be good for you to adapt for your hydroponics gardening? Well, I hear some of you saying the semi-NFT method is better. Yes, indeed it is. However, I suggest you use that method only when you are serious about hydroponics gardening because it entails more money. You should have also the commitment to devote a portion of your time doing this kind of gardening. Okay? So I hope you did enjoy the vlog. So if you like it, and if you have some thoughts about it, then let us know about it through the comment section. Now, as a prelude to vlog number 5, in that vlog, I will discuss plant and structure management. Furthermore, I will also demonstrate how to monitor your plants, check the pH and TDS levels, and how to maintain the structures, as well as pest prevention and treatment. Goodbye for now and take care, my dear viewers, till we meet again.